matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Ready?
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Burrow looking to pass. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Another try for Davis, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And out across midfield down to the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
That's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The Steelers at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Back to Mixon on second down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there. It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. This defense for the Steelers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And here's Davis to run again on second. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Operating from the gun, Osborne. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A first down carry for Davis. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Off-play action. Osborne. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello to big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
That one caught by Carter. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Steelers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
11 empty.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Burrow. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick-6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive, because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Davis again. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. Davis. And Davis, he's not going to get there. Unable to make it to the yellow line. They stop him short. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Looking to throw. Osborne. And it'll be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Oh, they were so close to the goal line, Charles. 4th down, they figure, well, we'll go for it. But the decision to pass winds up being a bad one with that interception.
Well, I think you said it really well. They may have just figured we're this close, we may as well go for it. Or They had a plan right from the beginning coming into this game to be aggressive. In any event, it didn't work out for them.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now Burrow down around his goal line. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out in the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does, to the tune of a first down.
Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here we go.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
2nd and 5. Now it's Burrow. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well, because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Back to throw. Osborne. Throws right side, and that's complete. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Flow.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
11 empty.
Once again, they run with Mixon. Tackled by the corner, C.J. Henderson. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
11 Thomas.
Now Burrow. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 22.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gilbert. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Inside handoff to Mixon, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
11 mighty. 11 God.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw. Osborne. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
On that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Osborne. Throw left side complete. That's Carter. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Osborne. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. 2nd half action underway. And this will not be returned, so the 2nd half begins with a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, but I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Off the play fake. Osborne. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Osborne
getting this ball out wide for Davis. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. They go back to the ground now with Davis.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
To throw on 2nd down. Osborne under pressure, and they got to him again. Kenneth Murray in there to drop him. It sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Osborne. Battled by the linebacker, but still adjusts and makes the catch. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Davis. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Osborne. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Mixing up the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
77 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
He finds his man, complete. It's Gilbert. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up second down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Here we go.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
11.
On third down, Burrow. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 33. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
11.
Here's Burrow. Under pressure, they got him again. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
11. 11 empty paint. 11 empty paint.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. On 1st down, Osborne. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Davis. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On third down, Davis. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Gonzalez's kick is good. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
On one, ready?
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gilbert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now Burrow on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
The offense on third down tonight, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. This deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th, but a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go, get on.
Throwing again, it's Burrow.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Gotta go.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. And that is incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Here we go.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Burrow looking to pass to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Here's a give to Mixon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
Here we go, here we go.
Now this likely a must-have, third and goal.
11, 11, 11.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Brian Burns bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Burrow going for it on fourth. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. 52 yards.
And the Panthers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Panthers 34, Steelers 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
On one, ready?
Now it's Mixon running right. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Here we go.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Burrow will throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Call it a loss of 5. A big sack to bring up 3rd down.